In the last episode, Jephthah delivered Israel from the Ammonites, but his rash vow cost him his only daughter. And at the fords of the Jordan, 42,000 Ephraimites fell, because they could not say Shibboleth. The darkness deepens. Again the Israelites do evil in the eyes of the Lord, so the Lord delivers them into the hands of the Philistines for 40 years. 40 years! The longest oppression in the book of Judges. The Philistines are not raiders who come and go. They settle, they rule, they dominate. A certain man of Zorah named Manoah from the clan of the Danites has a wife who is childless, unable to give birth. Barrenness in Israel, a closed womb, a silent cradle. The angel of the Lord appears to her and says, "You are barren and childless, but you are going to become pregnant and give birth to a son. Now see to it that you drink no wine or other fermented drink, and that you do not eat anything unclean. You will become pregnant and have a son whose head is never to be touched by a razor, because the boy is to be a Nazirite, dedicated to God from the womb. He will take the lead in delivering Israel from the hands of the Philistines. A Nazirite from birth, set apart before he draws his first breath. No wine, no razor, no unclean thing. This child will be holy to the Lord." The woman goes to her husband and tells him, "A man of God came to me. He looked like an angel of God, very awesome. I did not ask him where he came from, and he did not tell me his name. But he said to me, 'You will become pregnant and have a son. Now then, drink no wine or other fermented drink, and do not eat anything unclean, because the boy will be a Nazirite of God from the womb until the day of his death.' Manoah prays to the Lord, 'Lord, I beg you, let the man of God you sent to us come again to teach us how to bring up the boy who is to be born.' A father's prayer. He wants to know how to raise this promised child. God hears Manoah. The angel of God comes again to the woman while she is out in the field, but her husband Manoah is not with her. The woman hurries to tell her husband, 'He is here, the man who appeared to me the other day.' Manoah gets up and follows his wife. When he comes to the man, he asks, 'Are you the man who talked to my wife?' 'I am,' he answers. Manoah asks, 'When your words are fulfilled, what is to be the rule that governs the boy's life and work?' The angel of the Lord answers, 'Your wife must do all that I have told her. She must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, nor drink any wine or other fermented drink, nor eat anything unclean. She must do everything I have commanded her.' Manoah says to the angel of the Lord, 'We would like you to stay until we prepare a young goat for you.' The angel replies, 'Even though you detain me, I will not eat any of your food. But if you prepare a burnt offering, offer it to the Lord.' Manoah does not realize that it is the angel of the Lord. Then Manoah asks him, 'What is your name, so that we may honor you when your word comes true?' The angel replies, 'Why do you ask my name? It is beyond understanding. The name is too wonderful to speak. It is the mystery of God wrapped in human form.' Manoah takes a young goat together with the grain offering and sacrifices it on a rock to the Lord. And the Lord does an amazing thing while Manoah and his wife watch. As the flame blazes up from the altar toward heaven, the angel of the Lord ascends in the flame. Seeing this, Manoah and his wife fall with their faces to the ground. When the angel of the Lord does not show himself again to Manoah and his wife, Manoah realizes that it was the angel of the Lord. He says to his wife, "We are doomed to die. We have seen God." But his wife answers, "If the Lord had meant to kill us, he would not have accepted a burnt offering and grain offering from our hands, nor shown us all these things, or now told us this." The woman's faith is clearer than her husband's fear. God has not come to destroy. He has come to announce salvation. The woman gives birth to a boy and names him Samson. He grows and the Lord blesses him. The Spirit of the Lord begins to stir him while he is in Mahane Dan, between Zorah and Eshtaol. Samson, the sun child, the Nazirite. The Spirit of the Lord stirs within him. Samson goes down to Timnah and sees there a young Philistine woman. When he returns, he says to his father and mother, "I have seen a Philistine woman in Timnah. Now get her for me as my wife." His father and mother reply, "Is there not an acceptable woman among your relatives or among all our people? Must you go to the uncircumcised Philistines to get a wife?" But Samson insists, "Get her for me. She is the right one for me." His parents do not know that this is from the Lord, who is seeking an occasion to confront the Philistines, for at that time they are ruling over Israel. God works through Samson's desires. Even his wayward passions become instruments of divine confrontation with the oppressor. Samson goes down to Timnah together with his father and mother. As they approach the vineyards of Timnah, suddenly a young lion comes roaring toward him. The Spirit of the Lord comes powerfully upon him so that he tears the lion apart with his bare hands as he might tear a young goat. But he does not tell his father or mother what he has done. A lion torn apart with bare hands. The first display of Samson's supernatural strength. The Spirit of the Lord empowers what no ordinary man could do. He goes down and talks with the woman, and he likes her. Sometime later, when he goes back to marry her, he turns aside to look at the lion's carcass, and in it he sees a swarm of bees and some honey. He scoops out the honey with his hands and eats as he goes along. When he rejoins his parents, he gives them some, and they eat it too. But he does not tell them that he had taken the honey from the lion's carcass. A secret, a riddle waiting to happen. Honey from death, sweetness from the strong. His father goes down to see the woman, and there Samson holds a feast, as was customary for young men. When the people see him, they choose 30 men to be his companions. Samson says to them, "Let me tell you a riddle. If you can give me the answer within the 7 days of the feast, I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes. If you cannot tell me the answer, you must give me 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes." They reply, "Tell us your riddle. Let us hear it." He answers, "Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. For 3 days they cannot give the answer. The riddle is unsolvable. No one knows the lion, no one knows the honey. The secret belongs to Samson alone." On the 4th day, they say to Samson's wife, "Coax your husband into explaining the riddle for us, or we will burn you and your father's household to death. Did you invite us here to steal our property?" Then Samson's wife throws herself on him, sobbing, "You hate me! You do not really love me! You have given my people a riddle, but you have not told me the answer." He replies, "I have not even explained it to my father or mother. Why should I explain it to you?" She cries the whole 7 days of the feast. So on the 7th day, he finally tells her, because she continues to press him. She in turn explains the riddle to her people. Before sunset on the 7th day, the men of the town say to him, "What is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion?" Samson answers, "You had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have solved my riddle." He knows. They used his wife against him. The first betrayal. Then the Spirit of the Lord comes powerfully upon him. He goes down to Ashkelon, strikes down 30 of their men, strips them of everything, and gives their clothes to those who had explained the riddle. Burning with anger, he returns to his father's home. Samson pays his debt with Philistine blood. 30 men die in Ashkelon, so 30 companions can have their clothes. And Samson's wife is given to one of his companions who had attended him at the feast. The marriage ends before it truly begins. His bride is given to another. The cycle of revenge is set in motion. Thank you for listening to this episode about Samson's miraculous birth and his first conflict with the Philistines. A child of promise has grown into a man of power, but his strength is matched by his passions, and his passions will lead him into ever deeper trouble. In the next episode, Samson's vengeance will escalate. Foxes and fire will burn Philistine fields. A donkey's jawbone will slay 1,000 men. And a woman named Delilah will discover the secret of his strength.